the students! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing now, 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 now! From London to Palestine! Occupation is a crime!
Every university in Gaza is gone. Over 90,000 students will never graduate. Of the ones that are alive, they will never ever be able to walk across the stage. They will never be able to return to the universities. It will take many, many years for the universities to ever be rebuilt if Israel relents with the bombing and the genocide. These students deserve more. Palestinians deserve so much more. And every university that has ties to the Israeli state, including UCL, including UAL, every single university is propping up the genocide because they choose to legitimize the state by doing research programs with them, by sending students there, by just allowing their propaganda to be shared across the world, and it's unacceptable.
So in terms of world leaders, I mean, if they have any shame on what sort of legacy they leave behind, may it be the Gulf state world leaders to the European world leaders, just saying and standing behind their positions and just saying they need to take actions. It really should come from cutting diplomatic ties, and we're seeing much of the smaller nations doing it. And it would be more impactful if they were the big boys or the bigger nations who have more say in these matters to cut diplomatic ties. And that's the only way. Financially is the only way. Just saying and making statements is not going to be enough.
Well, we need a different world, and if they don't change it, this generation will try and have a different world. Whether it be about the climate, whether it be about the war. We don't need wars. We don't need the armament industry in America running wars, whether that be in Sudan or the Congo or in Palestine or Iraq and all over the world. They just make money out of war. Same as the war in Ukraine, this proxy war between Russia and America. It needs to stop. There's people's lives have been lost, really, and we need a different world. We need a world that's full of humanity and people with common purpose working together to have a better world.
This university has around 2 million invested in companies which are complicit, of them being General Electric that provide engine parts to the IDF, etc. We are not satisfied with tuition that we pay being used tacitly or directly to help continue the genocide, which has led to the destruction of the education sector in Gaza, which is the disturbing irony in all of this. Thus, we are demanding from the university three demands, that being to divest from any companies that are complicit, to condemn Israel's ongoing war crimes, and then lastly to pledge towards the reconstruction of the education sector, which has been destroyed. And thus, we have this encampment behind us. We are going to remain here for as long as possible for the university to address these demands that we have. Well, look, you don't have anything to be worried about because you're not doing anything wrong. That's firstly. Secondly, you need to be conscious of holding institutions who have a duty or who represent you. You have a duty to hold them responsible if they are doing something wrong. Lastly, if you think that you are putting yourself at risk, perhaps, yeah, that is true. We've seen other encampments. Some of them have gotten pretty ugly from the crackdowns from authorities. But if what you stand to lose pales in comparison to what Gazans stand to lose every day just from existing, and what they have lost already. So, from a place of privilege, we need to ensure that institutions that provide us a service, and we are paying them to provide us a service, which is education, that they honor what they pledge to, which is, the promotion of knowledge. How can you, in one breath, say that you promote thought and knowledge and advancement of education, and then in another breath be in bed with institutions that destroy the education sector in another country? That's unacceptable. And so that's why we have these three demands. And students, regardless of the university, should come out and make their presence known in whatever campus they are, and demand these same three demands from their institutions. And so UCL students, University of London students should, and students in universities across the country and the world should follow suit.
I think full solidarity to the US students. What they're doing is like inspiring not only us but also the Palestinians. That you've seen online a lot of messages from Gaza going over to Columbia, UCLA, Austin, and obviously, you know, their situation is much more dire than ours in terms of the repression. But, you know, their bravery in combating that inspires everyone every day.
For the students in the United States, their willpower and their tenacity is what's keeping us going as well. And it's also at the end of the day that we must keep fighting, we must keep resisting until Palestine is free. Not until from the river to the sea can we stop. So thank you so much, and please keep going. And we're showing support from here as well.